not modern. It is actually one of the most crazily outdated things you can have. And if you looked at it, it was a picture of New York skyline and it had the Twin Towers.
I feel like bad for laughing at that, but that's hilarious.
It's pretty funny though.
Oh man, what a time!
Yeah. So we got Xephukai in the winners against Maryland's own Exander from the losers. He's gonna have to win 2 out of 3 against, or 3 out of 5 twice against the person who put him in losers in the first place, and it's not gonna really do that by not punishing stab at all.
Yeah, well, the task is a little bit harder to punish than the regular stab. So -14. Versus...
Winning tournaments is hard, Zubaz.
That's, you know what, that's true.
You have to do things that are difficult in order to complete that task.
I heard that, Jay, but I also heard about like that one random Amy player that won that one tournament, and that was just a fluke. So sometimes
well, if you just play like a broken character, then it's different.
Oh, okay. So you're saying Amy's broken?
What? What are you asking me right now?
Getting into round 3, Zeph gonna open it up with 6-6 ace, trying to kind of just negate some of the sidestep options and maybe force Xander to stop crouching as well. He's trying to get a lot of mileage off that wall rising A.
You know, I'm just realizing now, he's gonna get the lethal hit here. I'm just now realizing that Zeph has gone Sophie. Didn't he go X last time?
I believe he did, but you know, maybe he wants you to secure it. But the ring out! Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he has a set to spare, but I always found that when people were to change characters in the middle of a set in Grand Finals, it's normally not boding all that well for them. Speaking of which...
It's going heavily in Xander's favor. He's still playing hot off that win against Ender's Jay.
We'll see if he's able to pull out this first round. He needs to get some sort of momentum really quickly. Normally, a Grand Finals doesn't truly start until the reset's already happened.
Yes. Okay, going in 6-6 with the gunshots. Got the lead play ready to go again.
Ooh, I believe that was supposed to be the end of it, but it looks like the end just had to come a little bit later.
Yes, it is. Now, there are a few specific voice lines that I really love in this matchup. I know it's not really relevant to, like, the competitors, but when Cervantes does the gunshots versus, like, the characters that, like, killed him, he goes, like, he's like, scream! And, like, throws them down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sick. Yeah,
that's
it's
cool.
sick.
Alright, well, Exander definitely getting that pretty solidly. I would imagine, were I in this position, that Zeph would now go to X again, just because you had success with it the first time around. I don't know if he's going to wait until the potential reset in order to do that. I guess he is. Maybe he feels like getting a smaller stage will do him better, but he doesn't get any walls on this stage.
Yeah, I mean, Sophie still has decent ring outs. I think these characters are pretty similar in just their ring out potential. Obviously, Sophie can get it off an I-14 block punish, which is something pretty unique.
Yeah,
it's like, so ring outs aren't exactly like uncommon for her. They're not like Yoshimitsu level where like you can just die for existing, but still good. But you know what else is really good? Oh, he goes for the double IGDR combos.
Shades of SC5 coming out.
Yeah, the double IGDR combo is always sick. I'll never not clap.
We are actually getting a relatively solid punish for the 3v. It looks like he's not going for the stab, and considering the online environment, I can wholeheartedly expect that. Ooh, ends up getting the tech trap there. That is half life.
Yeah, that's why you don't tech into tech sometimes.
That's true. Alright, Zeph's kind of slowing it down. The only time that he's really pressing buttons is when he's right in his face, and even then, sparingly. Wow, nice tech crouch, I guess.
Yeah, he like tech crouch, but like she moves so far forward that she sidesteps the vertical.
And a nice GI. It looks like he is going to potentially give. Well, technically speaking, he's only one hit away from Servi and taking this round, but it doesn't look like he's going to get the opportunity. Honestly, I think Zeph should have been okay with just taking that grab because it wasn't going to do the damage in the time, rather than trying to break it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, still, you know, I guess you take it. He did get a little bit more guard damage just because of that, but he's pretty much already going to be healing it, and Sophitia can heal a guard with a critical edge too, so...
Alright, gonna see if he can use the soul charge to just get his second round right away. Ah, there we go. There's the catch on the potential reverse ring out that Enders was unable to pull off.
Yeah, and that Angel Step A+B in Soul Charge is so powerful. Not only is it like a crazy tracking plus on block mid that does like pretty much everything in the game, but also combos for like 90 damage, and it's just fun.
Yeah, it is. It is the new Soul Charge move. We definitely had a lot of Soul Charge moves that became ridiculous in this game. These two characters probably the biggest beneficiaries of such a thing.
Oh, for sure. Oh, but the wall rising A again, Exander getting so much mileage out of it.
Yeah, see, Exander was going way too greedy with that. There's no reason for Xeph to kind of stay put in that position, right? Because, you know, he's 100% not going to put himself in a situation where he could potentially get wrung out. And for two, he had 1,000,000 life. Even if he was dead wrong about that 2-2B, who really cares? Even a character that hits like a truck, like Cervi, isn't going to hit him enough to where there's not enough of a reward for him to win the round.
Yeah, and 2-2B is just such an evasive move where you should pretty much just be doing it and it should just be hitting, right? Like, ideally.
Yeah.
And obviously, Xephukai able to get the read and get Exander. And I think Exander hadn't really established in Xephukai that he's just going to do horizontals. Even something like, I know Cervantes' 3A isn't amazing, but it can be against Xephukai, who will just hard commit to options and just exploit them. It can just be enough to be like, hey, like,
yeah, well, it is the matter of just like the idea. Xeph isn't necessarily making a read in that situation. He is simply, weighing his options. It's like, well, if I'm right about this, I win the round, and if I am wrong about this, who really cares? And the kind of read that Cervi would have to do, because his generalized like 3A and stuff isn't all that impressive, he would have to hard read the 2-2B, let him get up for free and block it, and then punish him.
That's true. Oh, you know what he can do for free? Just hop over
if at first you don't succeed, huh?
He's getting a lot of mileage out of that.
Yeah, he really is. He's gotten what? He's
4?
gotten 3 rounds plus a gigantic wall combo out of it, I think.
Yes.
In Grand and Losers Finals. Ooh, nicely put. Oh, never mind.
Combo though.
Getting smacked down over and over again. Ends up 2-2 being past the 2-2K. Not really sure how he was able to pull that off. But he doesn't get the whip punish there.
Oh, but dropping the combo, unfortunately. A little bit of a side hit.
Man, this has turned into a slobber knocker. They used to be doing this really, really slowly, getting a few pokes every now and then, but both of them are just trading brawling blows now.
Yeah, and Xephukai, he just ran just a little bit longer for that 6-6B. It gave enough time for Xander just to duck into it, and this Ryan, he just runs up and does it, and Xander just eats it to the face.
Yeah, very vintage SE4, SE5 kind of style there.
Yep.
I thought that he was going to do the Soul Charge activation, but now Exander has the opportunity to try and use the bar that he has to take back this round. It is a huge life disparity, but it looks like it's going to get even bigger. Yeah, I was going to say that Cervi definitely in Soul Charge has the ability to nullify that life lead in short due process, but
he would have to first of all block and then activate the Soul Charge, which Xeph is going to beat him to doing that.
Yeah, I actually kind of like this. I like the idea of using the meter aggressively, what with the fact that he's already up in rounds. He's not up in life anymore, though. Ugh.
Yeah, and the A6B is going to call him out immediately.
Nice. That should have been kind of obvious.
Yeah. Oh, but Xeph looking to come back in this round. Going to be a big damn combo. Oh, went for the tech trap, but going to attack the correct direction.
I think Xander's going to have to use his meter in order to ensure that there is a game 5. Maybe not, though.
Yeah, maybe not.
It looks like I'm dead wrong.
It is.
Similar meter for both. No real guard pressure to speak of. I'm not surprised. There's not really a whole lot of guarding has been going on in this.
Yeah. Now, Xander's been kind of using A6 to kind of stop Xeph from approaching him with kind of like the 6-6Bs and stuff. But now Xephukai is just backing up and baiting him out.
Yeah, one thing, I mean, I appreciate the CE, but this means that he doesn't have the Soul Charge to try and, like, make the big comeback. I mean, that's a good amount of damage, but it's not necessarily everything that he needs. Not to mention, there's a pretty good chance that Xeph is going to get yet another bar before this round ends. I think the problem that Exander is running into at the moment is the fact that Xeph is getting a lot out of his Soul Charges. He's getting a gigantic amount of damage and pressure and guard damage potential.
Yeah. And Xeph whiffed that single B earlier on to build that meter.
Yeah, see, I'm not entirely sure why that duck happened. I know you had to make a hard in order to get out of that situation, but there's, again, really no reason to... it's very similar to how that last round ended in the previous game, where I feel like Zeph is taking the path of least resistance. Once he gets into situations where he is able to put his character in a situation where, if I'm wrong, it doesn't really matter, that's what he tries to do. And Exander is going for the harder reads, which sometimes is going to work and other times isn't. So Exander maybe needs to kind of slow it down and take less risks, but maybe that's not really where this character is going to beat Sophie. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we said it before. With Xephukai, he's just really, really adept at exploiting his openings in his opponents. And with a character like Sophie, with the evasive moves to pull it off, it's just working out so well for him in his grand final.
It's definitely the thing that made him the best SE5 player, which was just putting his opponent in situations where they felt they had to take bets. Meanwhile, he never did.
Yeah. Oh, and there it is. What a great box step, getting the whiff punish.
Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't get like the full combo, but still impressive nonetheless. It looks like we are going the exact opposite of what the last round was, where we were trading blows over and over again. Now we're going back to this slow but steady wins the race kind of thing, which has worked out for Zeph, but not really for Exander, even though his character does more damage.
Yep. It's like the damage per engagement is like obviously higher for Cervantes, but I guess Zeph is just getting more hits, so it's kind of just like evening it out. And
yeah, it depends on what one considers to be a quote-unquote engagement, because this neutral kind of stuff isn't necessarily, I don't know what happened, but they aren't necessarily engagements. It's just Cervantes kind of running into stuff.
Yeah.
And kind of getting caught by that 6-6A.
And that through the round, doesn't have enough time to really do anything.
So yeah, there's definitely something that I'm noticing in this game, in that round specifically, is that in any situation where Zeph felt that he had conditioned Exander to think that he was going to press forward, Exander would then backstep, and he was catching him with 6-6A over and over again.
Yeah, now he's just doing so much chip damage right now with these soul charge extensions.
Alright, I appreciate the fact that he changed the position so that he was able to get this wall pressure, but I don't know if it's going to be enough just yet.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, acknowledging the block punish there.
Xephukai. I thought he got the wall.
Yeah, not quite. And that's just a small opportunity that he's giving Zeph just to open up the life lead even more so.
He's not gonna duck, dude. Remember this from Winners Finals? He's not ducking when you're in Soul Charge. It's just not happening. Just go for the throws. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, speaking of which, gonna go for the throw. Oh,
it looks like it's heavily scaled, though, because of the continuing combo. I never really understood that as a mechanic in SE6, but yeah.
Yeah, if you tech into a throw, it'll not reset the scaling.
No idea why, but yes, that is in fact the case. Ooh, tried to sidestep, didn't pan out. Dealing with the guard pressure, once again putting himself at slight frame disadvantage and forcing Xander to think that backdash is the way to go, catching him with the 6-6 to punish.
Yeah, and again, they're kind of just like limiting Xander's options, and while doing an option that's relatively safe, only -12, he's only going to eat an AA for it.
I do appreciate the fact that Exander is using more throws, but it might be too little too late. That guard crush is going to become a pretty big deal pretty soon.
And the booty bob, yeah, immediately as you say it, coming through.
Because again, how many options did Exander have in that situation? It was kind of a weird spot for Cervi to be.
And the one opportunity that Xephukai gives him with the whiff 6-6B, he doesn't capitalize.
Yeah, that's not going to work out all that well. No punish on the 6-6A, the one time it was blocked as well.
Yeah, when you're giving Zeph opportunities, he's capitalizing on almost all of them. And he gives you a big one. Oh, the second shot, though. Not going to be able to tech crouch under that one.
I really wish that Exander would stop using 3B when he's in Soul Charge. It has not worked ever.
No,
it has not worked in both sets. I don't think it's hit once.
No, it has not. And Cervantes gets amazing command grabs while in Soul Charge. He gets crazy 70 damage command throws.
Like, honestly, he got his gun lethal hit, but it's not going to pan out. No, maybe he'll still get another chance. Stop using 3B when you're in Soul Charge. He is not ducking. It's not happening, dude.
No, and that's it. Exander just pretty much handing it to Zeph at the end there.